Now, the Attorney General of the Federation, talking about Nigeria, and the Minister of Justice in the person of Abubakar Malami, has welcomed the formation of a legal team by Ohanaeze Ndigbo to monitor proceedings at the trial of the Indigenous People of Biafra, that is the IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu, which is in line with the doctrine of the right of fair hearing in Section 36 of the Constitution.
Now, in a statement by the Special Assistant on Media and Public Relations, that's Dr. Umar Gwandu, the AGF assured that even without the monitoring team, Nnamdi Kanu would be served justice according to the law. Now, Public Affairs Analyst and Executive Director, Need Network Africa, and Political Analyst Chukwuma Okenwa returns this morning to Breakfast Central to join us. Chukwuma Okenwa, welcome back to Breakfast Central. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Okenwa. All right, so can you tell us what this means and what Ohanaeze Ndigbo is going after by their request?
Well, like we clearly stated, just to ensure that the media transparency that will help to ensure justice is served, it's given, because of course, when it is done openly, when you have like people who are interested in ensuring that, yes, let a fair trial be given, yes, let all of the full weight of law, if need be, come into play. But of course, in the course of the trial, he has the right to have his people around to ensure that, it doesn't go the usual way of like what we've seen, like even like when he came back to the country, where he wasn't even given the privilege of having his lawyer to be available. But this time around, thankfully, his lawyer will be there, and also mainly out from the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, other legal luminaries also from that platform will be joining for that court process. All
right, Chukwuma Okenwa, the Chief Justice equally noted that the monitoring by Ohanaeze Ndigbo was, in his own terms, unnecessary. Do you share that sentiment from Justice Malami?
I do not. It is very, very necessary because, of course, it does appear the way government has handled the issues of security, the issues of, like when it has to do with criminal cases, it appears that we have some sacred cows, so all animals are equal, but some are more important. Now the headers has marauded and inflicted harms, pains, injuries, and even sometimes resulting to death. And we are here to see anybody brought to book. We're here to see the presidency demonstrate against the Miyetti Allah, a group that is determined to cause mayhem on the country. So this selective justice system doesn't help, and over time, the federal government have not shown that all parts of the country are equal, and that is why it is very, very important that when that unfairness is meted out in terms of trial, then of course you need to be around to ensure it doesn't go the way of the federal government.
Right now, Justice Binta Iyako has fixed July 26, beg your pardon, for the continuation of Mr. Kanu's trial. Now, how do you see this even playing out? Will the presence of the Ohanese's legal team have any influence in this matter in any way?
Well, first, let me observe with the recent development of recent announcement that likely by that 26, it coincides with the vacation, the recess of the court, and some court has been announced, and possibly that may even affect the sitting for that day. And the court coming back again will be like in September. So that could also be like a way to ensure that justice is delayed. But how be it, the presence of the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, what that will help is to ensure that when you see your own person being tried, your presence alone will help the courts. We even help like those trying to victimize come up with Trump charges to know that the man is not alone, because as much as whatever charge that may have been placed against him, one thing is spoke against issues of marginalization, issues of destruction of the Igbo communities. I mean, we see lives, we see headers, destroying farms, we see headers killing farmers. It does happen in the region, and these are things he has spoken about. We probably do not support the way he has done about some of these issues and all the rest of it. It would have been more civil. But albeit the truth was duly served, he spoke on issues that affect the basic Igbo communities that our governors, our legislators failed to speak, and he cashed it into the leadership gap and made bold his stand.
Okay, Chukwuma, before we let you go, Justice Malami has welcomed this formation by the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, to monitor the proceedings once the trial does commence, should it commence on July 26th. But it only begs the question, we know that IPOB has been proscribed by the federal government as a terrorist unit, and that's why, through the activities of Nnamdi Kanu, that's why he's on trial, that's why he's been arrested after jumping bail. But you have the Ohanaeze, who clearly, many will say, are they really for IPOB? Are they not for IPOB? But yet, they are monitoring legally the trials, come when the trials will go on. Doesn't it go back to that issue about, the divisive topic of tribe in Nigeria, always a sticking point in everything, legal or not?
I mean, it's really embarrassing because ordinarily the court should be the last hope of the common man, such that if you don't even have an Ohanaeze, or maybe an Oduduwa, a people standing behind you, the courts of competent jurisdiction should be able to look at the case with fairness, equity, and ensure that justice is duly served. But this situation that even plays out, even in the temple of justice, such that there are those fears that if truly people are not properly represented, there could be a possibility of subverting justice. It really makes a call to beg for the basic question: is the Nigerian courts still the temple of justice? I think it's a call on lawyers and the MBA to really go back and have a review, have a rethink on how we want to position the criminal justice system in Nigeria to be able to meet up with global best practices. Everybody should be equal before the law, irrespective of who is involved.
All right. Thank you so much, Chukwuma Okenwa, Executive Director of Lead Network Africa and Public Affairs Analyst. Thank you for your time today on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Still on Breakfast Central this morning. Coming up next on the program.
Well, trends across Africa will let you know what's trending from where. And Nigeria's D Tigers have done it again, this time beating Argentina in basketball.
And we'll be giving you programs to watch on News Central later today.